What's up, guys? Here in Guatemala City, just arrived like 2 hours ago. This trip is already not going as planned, but that's okay. Here on the rooftop of my Guatemala City hotel, you have a nice view of the airport right there. I think that's a volcano in the background, but kind of a rainy, misty day here. So I was supposed to just arrive here in Guatemala City and go straight to Antigua, but currently the roads are blocked by protesters. There was a recent election and they're protesting, blocking the roads, so you can't get to Antigua. So I had to call a quick audible and just come and spend the night in Guatemala City. I was gonna spend the night here anyways at the end of the trip, but now it's gonna be the beginning of the trip. I'm not really sure. So just playing it by ear, and that's just part of the adventure. You know, you gotta kind of roll with the punches and call audibles sometimes and be prepared for that. But yeah, we'll see what I can get up to here in Guatemala City. Hopefully make it to Antigua, we'll see. So gonna go grab some dinner somewhere and just kind of figure it out. I had no plans of being here right now in Guatemala City. So this is the view from the other side of the hotel roof. So like I said, make the most of it, kind of see what happens. And yeah, I love that this is so close to the airport. You can watch, I could probably sit out here all day watching planes take off and land. There you go, right there. I think that's TAG Airlines Embraer 145. Not to nerd out or anything, but yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit when I decide whatever I decide to do. Alright, what's up, guys? Another day here in Guatemala City. Going to try and attempt to go to Antigua tonight under the cover of darkness. Make that sound a little cooler than it actually is, but we're gonna drive over there at like 9 p.m. and hopefully the roads are open and not blocked. But just walking around right now, this is the Avenida La Reforma, and it's really nice. This super nice median with bike path and trails in the middle of the highway here. Super, super nice. But it's a little weird here. A lot of things are closed. I would say most things are closed because of the protests, restaurants, etc. I don't know, I might try and go to the zoo today, but that may be closed as well. So we'll see. It seems like a very ever-changing situation. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I guess this was kind of bad timing to come down here to Guatemala. I don't know. A lot of people were saying that it's close to being resolved, that the government was going to step in and, you know, stop the protests, or the cartel gave them some kind of deadline. I heard that from someone too, that hey, if you don't stop these by Friday, you know, we're gonna take action. So I don't know. It reminds me of the pandemic. Like, the streets are very empty and everything's closed, kind of really not much to do, but hopefully that will be changing soon. Yeah, and nobody really knows either. So, you know, it's an interesting situation, and you know, it's pretty, I heard it's peaceful, but last night watching on the TV, they started like breaking glass in some stores and lighting some stuff on fire. I don't know, but I haven't seen any of it, but yeah. And I don't know if I said this, but this is zone 10 of the city, so it's kind of where all the nice hotels are and a lot of the tourists stay, I think, and considered to be a safe area of the city. So this is zone 10. Yeah, so hopefully next time I see you guys, be on the way to or in Antigua. So because of the protests and road closures and blockages and everything, we had to take, as you saw, a dirt road at one point through the mountains. And yeah, it was interesting. When I first got in the car, the driver, he was like, don't be scared, but we're gonna have to jump some curbs and stuff in Google Translate. And we didn't jump any curbs, but we definitely drove the wrong way on the interstate for a little while. And you kind of like are watching the Waze app and the amount of time it takes to get here. It started at like an hour, 7 minutes. And as we had to do all these turns and everything, it slowly crept up to like an hour 30, and like it just kept getting longer and longer, but saw a couple of roadblocks, nothing too crazy, a couple of protests, but yeah, definitely saw some neighborhoods of Guatemala City that I probably would not have seen, even though it was dark. But um, yeah, we went through a municipality called Mixco, I think. Yeah, it was an interesting adventure getting here for sure. And here we are at like the main central park here in Antigua. And it's pretty nice. It's a little warm out today, but it's not very humid, so that's nice. But got some shade in this park. There's a nice fountain in the middle, and there's definitely a lot more tourists here in Antigua, noticeably, than Guatemala City. But really cool place so far, and way too many coffee shops to count. I've already had 2 double espressos today, and it's not even noon, so yeah, it's a really nice park. And here we are at the Santa Catalina Arch, probably one of the most photographed spots here in Antigua. You're supposed to see a giant volcano right behind it, but it's a little cloudy today, so we'll definitely come back and film when you can see the volcano. And I was just getting heckled for a taxi and to buy some other stuff while I was trying to film that. But right before that, I just met somebody from Florida, from a town that's like probably an hour and a half away from where I live, which is pretty crazy, pretty random. But now, gonna go try and find some lunch. So Antigua at 6 a.m. You can see 2 volcanoes way over there. I don't know if you can see, but the one on the left is puffing smoke, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is what time you have to get up to actually see the volcanoes. But definitely worth it. Really good views from here. And then yeah, the only downside about this early in the morning is there's like no one out to take your picture by the arch when you can actually see the volcano. Alright, what's up guys? Well, this has been an interesting trip so far. A lot of things are closed. I was supposed to go on a volcano hike, but apparently the road to the volcano was closed. I was going to go to Pacaya, which is like the easier of the hikes. Yeah, just here in Antigua having this interesting cherry flavored drink. But yeah, this morning got up pretty early to see the volcano. Was pretty tired, pretty out of it, but got to see it. That was like that was the highlight for sure. You can actually see it pretty well right now, but the best time is definitely in the morning. And then from my window you could see the other volcanoes as well. One of them blowing smoke, so that was pretty cool. But right now I'm going to the Hobbitenango, I believe it's called, so we'll check that out. But yeah, I also went on a ATV coffee tour a couple days ago, and that was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. I didn't film any of it. I don't really know why, but felt, I don't know, it was gonna be hard to hold a camera while you're riding an ATV and stuff, but it was cool. Got to obviously try some coffee, and riding an ATV was way too much fun. That was awesome. But yeah, ATV coffee tour. Other than that, just been kind of walking around every day, obviously drinking a lot of coffee. I will say the food, I haven't had a bad meal yet, and the service everywhere is just fantastic. It's super quick, and yeah, great service. And I have not had a bad meal yet, so that kind of caught me off guard. The food has all been really great. So yeah, it's been an interesting trip, just kind of playing every day by ear. And yeah, let's hope I can get a ride back to Guatemala City tomorrow. Hopefully there's not many protests or roadblocks going on. And on the way to Hobbitenango, and another fun form of transportation here. So up here at Hobbitenango, I am out of breath and there's no view. We're up in the clouds today. The ride here was pretty crazy. A lot of fun. Yeah, this is a cool spot. There's like a bunch of restaurants and stores and stuff, and I guess some huts you can stay in as well. But yeah, that ride here was crazy. I don't know how that little thing we were on, little car we were on, made it up some of those hills. I mean, it felt like a 45-degree angle. It was crazy. And I also didn't know we were coming up to like 7,800 feet. So it's a little cold and going upstairs is challenging, but yeah, this is Hobbitenango. It's about 35 minutes outside of Antigua. So yeah, as you can see, absolutely no view today up here in the clouds. And I have never watched any of the Lord of the Rings movies ever. I've maybe seen like 20 minutes of one of them. That's about it. So it'd be cool if this was like a Harry Potter themed park, but oh wow. Yeah, up here in the clouds, almost 8,000 feet. Pretty interesting experience for sure, to say the least. Definitely adds to the effect a little bit. I can't think. The altitude's getting in my head, I think. Another viewpoint, but not really. Yeah, even though it's cloudy, this is still pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, it's been kind of an interesting trip so far because some things I was unable to do because of the protests and road closures and blockages. Like the volcano hike and just getting between here and Guatemala City just being a little challenging, but overall it's been good. Just kind of walking around Antigua. There's definitely a lot of foreigners in Antigua, a lot of tourists, which I guess could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. But Antigua definitely has an endless amount of cool cafes and restaurants, and I mean, I think you could spend like a year going through and visiting all of the restaurants and cafes and stuff, so that's pretty cool. It would definitely be cool to spend like a longer amount of time there, kind of living there. Yeah, this is like a dreamlike up here. It's surreal almost. I don't know, maybe, and I think that's how it's kind of supposed to be, but the fog definitely adds to that. You can kind of finally see the volcano way out there in the distance, but it is a Hobbit-themed park. Yeah, there's the volcano. Sun's starting to come out. So back here in Antigua, and yeah, that was awesome. I highly recommend that. Not even just for the Hobbitenango, but for the ride up there and back, especially if you can get in one of the trucks with the open back. It was quite an experience. But yeah, it was so cool with the fog rolling in and out, and you could see the volcanoes and everything. Highly recommend that. Good time.
Consequences of all of these manifestations.
Okay.
You can see all those windows are broken.
Oh, yeah.
When Antigua was previously the...
Alright guys, so as you saw, those were some clips of downtown Guatemala City, Zone 1. I went to the zoo this morning. It was alright, kind of cool. and then did a little tour of downtown Guatemala City. But yeah, I got back here from Antigua yesterday and then leaving tomorrow. So definitely we'll have to come back and do the volcano, the lake, etc. Spend some more time in Guatemala City, spend some more time in Antigua, a lot of stuff to do there. But overall, great trip. Thanks for watching.